Our next bout, fight fans, is in the light heavyweight division. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black tap-out trunks trimmed in white, representing Team Valor, give it up for Farrion. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black vicious fight gear trunks, representing the Capital City Cage Fight Team. Make some noise for Eli Brass Balls Pauls.
And Eli Pauls entered the ring for a great matchup tonight. He's going to be facing Farrion, fighting out of Valor. And we've seen another great fighter out of Valor, and that was John Constine. Constine with a few victories here on Northwest Television. A good fighter out of Valor, and now we will get a chance to see another fighter out of Valor, but he is fighting a tough opponent in Eli Pauls. You see them getting their last-minute instructions here in the stare down. Yeah, we've seen Eli Pauls fight quite a few times here on Northwest Television Sports as well, and I don't believe that we've seen Pauls lose as of yet. So a great fighter in line for a title shot, and they come out swinging. Pauls really has the advantage on the feet, you can tell already. Farrion just trying to cover up, and goes for the takedown, but Pauls has a great sprawl there. And Farrion pushes him up against the fence. There you see Pauls striking from the bottom. And you know, those shots, you know, they don't have a huge amount of power behind them, but if you continue to hit the midsection like that, that'll pay off in the later rounds. The thing is, we haven't seen Constine go into the later rounds much. He finishes his fights early. Pauls is a great fighter, but Farrion has him on his back and is in top position early in this first round. And
once again, Pauls is fighting out of Team Capital City. Farrion fighting out of Team Valor. This is a fight in the 205 weight class.
And Pauls did a great job climbing the fence and getting into top position, and now he's working for that arm submission there. Working for a Kimura.
You gotta be careful with that arm.
And Pauls has that arm locked up. What he needs to do now is if he can get into full mount, he can extend that position. He has a leg locked up inside or in half guard there by Farrion. If Pauls can slip out that leg and extend that arm, then he will be able to submit him. But Farrion doing a nice job of keeping that leg locked up and fighting out. So Pauls gives it up, sits up, and starts to strike, and a great job by Farrion rolling through and getting top position.
Yeah, Paul's got to be careful. He was hitting him in the back of the head right there.
Yeah, something you cannot do here on Northwest Television Sports Capital City Cage Fights.
You got to be even more careful. You got big Dave Hagen watching over you.
Yeah, and we've seen Hagen stop the fighters in the position that they're at currently for illegal fouls, restart them standing up. So lucky that they didn't get stood up there.
And Dave Hagen is a former MMA fighter himself, so he knows what these fighters are going through.
Yes, Hagen is a former fighter himself. You're right, Tony. And so nice job by Farrion. Continue to strike from the top, but Paul is just trying to tie him up. Hope that Hagen stands them up. Not enough action on the bottom. And Farrion doing a nice job of going body, body, head, body, body, head. And that's the end of the first round.
That was a very good first round by both of them. Eli Pauls tried to pull it all, I believe, an armbar in the beginning, and then Bo Farrion just started coming around.
Yeah, nice job of Farrion sticking with him, and as we talked about before, well coached Team Valor, and you see them, they're in the ring, that big coach for Team Valor. And so we're ready for round 2. A good first round by both of these fighters. And Farrion was able to take Pauls down and ride him out for the rest of the first round, but Pauls really had the advantage standing up, came out striking, had Farrion in some trouble early, but Farrion was able to get the takedown and maintain that position for the rest of the first round.
You saw Farrion lean on his corner, so he could be a little gassed right now.
I think he is, and again, he has to take Pauls down. Pauls hit him with a couple shots immediately. Farrion's down on the ground, and he's in trouble early in the second round. Pauls continuing to strike. Farrion holding him there. But Farrion does a nice job of getting Pauls to his back, and we're in that same position as we were in the first round. Farrion has to be in trouble. Pauls has his legs up high, locks up that neck. Farrion doing a nice job of just powering out. Doing exactly what he was supposed to there, just standing up, getting out of that position. Pauls looking for the submission from the bottom.
Yeah, fighting from Team Valor, so they've probably taken a lot of time with this young man.
Yeah, you know he's fighting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu every day. He's rolling on the ground, so he knows what to do when he's on the ground, but Paul's an experienced fighter and really has the advantage on the feet so far, so Farrion doing what he needs to, keep getting Paul's on the ground, excuse me. And Eli's doing exactly what he wanted to, locking up Farrion, so referee Dave Hagan had no choice but to stand them up. And now they're back up where, oh my goodness, and sneaky shot there. Pauls looked like he was coming in to touch gloves, and Farrion hit him with a head kick. And now Farrion has him in a choke.
That was a very hard kick, and right now he's got him in this choke.
Yeah, a hard kick, and I would hate to say that was a dirty shot, but Pauls was coming in to touch gloves, and Farrion hit him with a head kick. You know, Pauls isn't going to make that mistake again, but he has Farrion in a dangerous position on his back here, and Farrion not doing much to defend himself, just covering his face. If Eli can sit up and just maintain those punches to the head, I think Hagan's not going to have any choice but to end this fight.
Well, you know, Zach, once that bell rings, it's all serious right there.
And a nice job of Pauls raining down elbows there. Dangerous position for Farrion. Head pressed up against the fence and eating elbows. And so Pauls looks like he was just trying to catch his energy there. And Dave Hagan stands him up. You can tell that both of these fighters are tired here. It's going to be who wants it more. And again, Pauls comes in to touch gloves, and Farrion almost throws a kick. Farrion up against the fence. Pauls opening up. Hagan's taking a look at it. Farrion is not defending himself very well, but Pauls is gassed. And another head kick landed by Farrion. Pauls no longer even has his hands up. He's just walking through those punches. And Pauls is going to end it here. You can tell he is completely gassed.
Yeah, Farrion's got some really, really hard head kicks right there.
That signals the end of round 2.
Yeah, you're right. Farrion with some beautiful head kicks there late in that round.
Both these guys look tired. This is going to come down to who wants it more.
Close to ending it there at the very end of the round, but really just gassed. Didn't have much more in the tank. And if he had, he would have finished the fight. Farrion was up against the cage, taking shot after shot, just covering his face, not doing anything to defend himself much more than that. But Pauls, just out of energy, could not finish him off. And I think that this third round is not going to go to the judges' scorecard unless these fighters are completely gassed. Pauls really took the advantage there in the second round, so I'd expect Pauls to come out here, continue the strikes. And it's over, folks. Looks like Bo Farrion tapped. He could not come out in the third round, so it's over. And Pauls is probably the most happy person in the ring. He doesn't have to go a third round here, and he's gassed. He's the winner.
Those head kicks were getting to him.
Yeah, you can tell Pauls is gassed. And so he's going to be the winner here. A beautiful display of punching power at the very end of that second round. And Bo Farrion is not able to answer the bell here for the third. And let's get the winning call and see if we can get a word with Eli Pauls. See how he felt about that kick, that head kick when he came in to touch gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this light heavyweight matchup comes to an end between rounds when the fighter from the blue corner fails to answer the bell for the third round. Your winner by TKO is Eli Brass Balls Pauls. And keep it going for his opponent, Bo Farrion. You got a loose tooth?
I got a loose tooth. Loose on this side. I'm okay.
Got you there. Hey, that was action-packed rounds. Looked like you came out to touch gloves there at one point. And yeah, you can't get much uglier. Your corner was right. It looked like you came out to touch gloves, and he threw a high kick that changed the demeanor on your face. Were you more anxious to finish it after that?
Yeah, he kicked me hard right in the face. Yeah, I got kind of pissed off about that. Sorry, he's throwing. I'd like to thank all you people for coming out tonight. You guys are what makes this happen. I'd like to thank Coach Randall for training me, bully game, getting me start fighting. Peace.
Eli Brass Balls Pauls.